Hey everybody, this is Top Deck King. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you for joining me. I appreciate watching slash following me. Hopefully by the time you're done watching this video, you will hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out greatly. If you guys hit that thumbs up button, drop some comments down below. If you're new, of course, check the video description. It has the deck list so you can port it to Aether Hub easily that way. That way you don't have to pause the video and click and whatnot. So that has the Aether Hub there. I just created a Discord for people who want to join my Discord. Feel free to join it. The link is down below in the description. Of course, what my Discord is there for is I post decks that I'm going to be testing out prior to, fine tuning it and maybe either streaming it or posting the YouTube video. So I do that. Also, if you want any help, if I can, I will help you either with deck advice, strategy advice, sideboard guides, stuff like that. If I can help you out in any way, I will help you out there. You can ask me any questions. I'll go ahead and answer them most likely. So check out the description there for the Discord, as well as you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me, on Twitch, YouTube, all that. So check that out. And like I said, hopefully by the time you're done watching this video, I get that thumbs up, I get that subscribe button, drop some comments down below. We would love to hear if you play this deck, see what you guys think of it. So today we have a Grixis Treasures Dragon deck for 2022 standard. So let's go ahead and get into the intro of the deck, explain every card, why I'm playing it and whatnot before we get into the gameplay. Of course, the gameplay is always after this part of the video, and so stick around for that, but here we go. So I'm starting off with 2 eye twitches. I'm not sure if I want this as a 4 of, as a 3 of, so I want to keep it at 2 right now because it also helps me grab cards out of the sideboard, but at the same time I can use Deadly Dispute on it to grab a card and draw cards and create treasures. So we'll see. This may go up to 3, possibly 4, just because I want more targets for Deadly Dispute, but I'm gonna try that too. Obviously, Shambling Gas, we're a treasures type of deck. With Deadly Dispute, this is insane because on turn 3, you can generate 5 mana. You create a treasure here, you create a treasure here, you play a land, and you get to have 5 mana on turn 3. So we're definitely running that. But it also fits, like I said, in the theme. It's a treasure deck. We have Goldspan Dragon, we have Prismari Command, we have Opus. So it's a treasure theme. So we're definitely going to be running Shambling Gas here. 4 Deadly Disputes is their main draw power slash treasure generator. It draws us 2 cards. It gets us a treasure. We obviously want to sacrifice Ice Twitch or Shambling Gas to give us even more value, which is the reason why I'm also thinking maybe I want 3, but like I said, I'm going to try it 2. We'll see what happens. So 4 Deadly Dispute is our draw power. A pseudo counter spell slash learn package is Divide by Zero. This is a best of 1 deck, so of course I'm going to be running Divide by Zero. The only thing I have here is, do I want 3 copies or do I want 4 copies? So I'm going to try it out 4 copies right now, see how it works. Of course I want 4 copies against all the control decks, but of course I only want 3 copies against the aggro decks because, paying 3 mana against a 1-drop or something like that is not really going to be effective. So we'll see how it works out with the matches we play, if we want 4 copies or 3 copies. Our dragon package is 2 Prismari Dragon, 2 Predators, and 4 Goldspan Dragons. So both Prismari and Predator have their own unique abilities. Obviously, Prismari creates a treasure when you cast it, and on top of that, you can cast your spells by tapping the artifacts rather than sacking the artifacts for mana. So that is helpful. It helps us ramp into Opus slash Outrun's Epiphanies and Blood on the Snows. So it's useful for that aspect. This is also useful against the snow decks that play, Blood in the Snow or, removal, because now we can make our creature indestructible. So we bypass the destroy creature effect. So this is good for ramping. This is good for board wipe effects or kill spells. So they both have unique abilities, and that's why I'm running 2/2. And then obviously Goldspan Dragon having haste, creating treasures, making the treasure stack for 2 mana. We're definitely running 4 copies of Goldspan Dragon. Now to top it off as our Planeswalker package, we have 1 Valky slash Tibble. This I'm only trying 1 of. This is another card that you can maybe take a Divide by Zero out and say add a second one of this in to the deck. but I'm going to give this a try because obviously we're in Grixis, so we could obviously cast either side of it. But I'm going to want to try to cast this as Tibble, especially since we're a treasure ramp deck. So I should be able to cast this turn 5. You know, if as long as we play Deadly Dispute, Shambling Gas, and we have 5 lands, we can easily cast this turn 5 because we're going to have at least 2 treasures to play. We have 3 spiders and 1 onyx to top it off. Obviously, spiders are turn 5. It draws you cards. It creates you blockers. The -8 ability, I doubt I'll ever get to, just because I'm not going to be able to create enough creatures to the point where that's going to be relevant. But being able to create tokens that could block, and we can sack the tokens to Deadliest Dispute, as well as when the creatures die, it feeds his loyalty and it could draw you a card. We have 1 onyx here for the Magecraft ability, looting us, so that way you could play blood on the snow, so we could loot, say, a spider into the graveyard, then play blood on the snow to return the spider. You can also kill their creatures. Obviously, the -8 will probably be usually game against the opponent, and it's easier to get to the -8 with her than it is with the spider, but we have 1 of her. And then obviously we're a snow deck, so 3 blood on the snows. I didn't want to do this as 4. I think 3 should be fine. Obviously, if you play 4, you draw it more often, but I think 3 is solid enough. 3 Outrun's Epiphanies and 2 Opas. This is our turn taking card. Try to win. You know, play Goldspan Dragon. You know, hopefully if we have a treasure or 2 in play, then we can attack, create a treasure, play Outrun's Epiphany. You know, just keep looping it and stuff like that. Opus, worst case scenario, it's a treasure generator. Best case scenario, we get to do the 4 damage, tap, and draw cards. So that's why this is in here. That's why it's only 2 of also and not like a max copy. If I was running Izzet, you know, Dragons, I would probably max this out at 4, but not in the Grixis deck because the mana, obviously. Nothing special about the lands. I have, you know, the 4 pathways, 4/4/4 pathways of the 3 colors. I have 2 and 2 and 2 of the snow, all 3 colors. And obviously, since the deck is more black, I have more swamps than I have islands and mountains. And then here's the sideboard. Nothing special about the sideboard, you know. Yeah, there's nothing really special about the sideboard. Nothing I would change, I guess. Keep it the way it is. But yeah, so this is the Grixis Dragon deck, Treasure Dragons, whatever you want to call it, Grixis Treasures, you know, Grixis Control, Grixis whatever. But it looks like a very solid deck. The only things, like I said, those little minor changes, cut one this, put that in, or cut this, put that in. Other than that, I think the deck I'd keep the same, but we don't know yet. So we have to go test it out in the matches, see how we do. So stick around. Don't forget to, like I said, by the time you're done watching this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe or that thumbs up button. Let's get into the matches. Let's see what some Grixis Dragons. Dead 7-star. All right, let's see. We go first. Guess I have to keep. So I have a 1 mana play. I can do foretell this. If this dies, I can go grab technically mana 3. Looks like we're against I'm assuming, what's it called? The Izzet Dragons deck, I'm assuming. Yep, Izzet Dragons. All right. Well, let's see what happens. We're both running counter spells. We're both running Outrun's Epiphanies. I'm so glad I drew a land though. Otherwise, that would have been very bad for me. But they do have that card's powerful against this because it's pretty much 2 cards. So I guess not when you don't hit a land. I guess if you don't hit a land, it's not 2 cards. Ugh, we missed the land drop. Ugh, we missed the land drop. No, deck, why you do this to me? I need to do that just so I could grab a land here, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually going to grab Teachings here so I can draw cards. Why you do this to me, deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So put this on red, play Teachings, draw 2 cards. We can play this into the spider. Hopefully, it doesn't have Goldspan Dragon. That would be very, very bad. Okay. I mean, if he has a land, that's still technically bad. Okay, he has a land, but it's not exactly what. So let's cast this dude. Let's create 2 spiders. No attacks. I'm sure those are some Outrun's Epiphanies down there. 1, 2, 3. We have technically 4 mana here now. But this would have been untapped. That would have been nice, especially if it was a red untapped. 3, 4. If he attacks with this guy, obviously I'm going to double block it. If he kills it with a Frostbite, that's fine. GG. What is up? Yeah, that last game was really intense, my friend. That was good. I was like looking for so many cards in my deck and it just kept drawing lands, but that was a very good deck. Very good game, I mean. I can't believe it lasted as long as it did, but that was hilarious. Damn, this guy has a bunch of these Outrun's Epiphanies face down, doesn't he? All right. Just because of the mana flood on both ends. Yeah, I figured you probably had a bunch of lands in your hand as well. Well, I was hoping that guy would survive, but he didn't. So I could do this to play this. So if I play this land out, I could cast the Predator. I can't attack because he could just eat my guy up. But the Predator should help next turn, so no attacks. And if he plays Outrun's Epiphanies, I have blockers for those. If he plays Frostbite, Unsummon. Oh, so he's playing that deck. That sucks. He's playing that version. I have the same exact deck. The Unsummon one. So then that means he's playing Teach by Example, I bet. I made a video for this deck already. I'm assuming he has Teach by Example. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I was looking for like an Opus, I guess we'll see. I was looking for Opus. I was looking for Tybalt's, Onyxes, another Planeswalker, a lot of cards, but couldn't control them. So I was like, all right, there's Outrun's Epiphany. One of probably 3. 2 Blood in the Snows. 3, 6, 7, 8 card. 8 mana, huh? 8 mana. How does he only have 5 cards after all of that expressive iterations he did? Jeez. How do I have 3, 6? Yeah, how do I have like more cards than him? That's pretty crazy. Use your next Outrun's Epiphany. Prismari command. Oh, he's looting. He's digging. He's digging for some action. What could you really be digging for? Oh, he gave up. Desert Doom. I guess if he casts it, it just dies, so that makes sense. I'm going to block here because I want to grab something from this, like a land or something out of the sideboard, so. I could grab this because it could grab a Planeswalker and it also forces his counterspell. So that way I could grab the Spider Queen. It forces the counterspell. 3, 4, 5, 6. You can sack the 2 treasures. Yep. Sack them. As long as this is not a counterspell, I think we're fine. But if it's a counterspell, we're probably in trouble. Holy crap. Holy moly. Outruns for days. Opponent has outruns for days. How many counterspells are you holding back now too, opponent? Alright, how many counterspells do you guys think my opponent is holding? Let's find out, I guess, right? Ooh, it's about to tap really wrong. Oh, I guess that's why. Because it wants to tap all the snow lands. I guess I gotta do it. Destroy all creatures. Try to grab the Spider Queen. How many counter spells you got? Wow. There wasn't a counter spell there, huh? How is that even possible? You have a Frostbite in your hand, I guess. 4, 7, 8. We just went through against 3 Elrond's Epiphanies. So he has Opus in his hand. Because there's an upkeep stop here. So kill, kill, kill. Do 1 damage to me. Tap 2 of my lands. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. So tapping my red sources. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. If I could draw an untapped land, I can still cast it. So yeah, that resolves. See if I draw an untapped land though. Ah, and that was so bad. That was so disgusting. That was like the worst possible thing to draw right there. Holy moly. Look at that churn. It was a shambling ghast. That churn consisted of a shambling ghast. That's hilarious. Where's your gold spans, my friend? Where are your gold spans? 3, 6, 7, 8. We go up to 9 mana, I guess. 2, 4, 6. I wish this was a counter spell. Alright, we'll block. Since my life is at 10, I don't want to be taking any unnecessary damage right now. So let's create a treasure. Yes, now he has more cards than me. He has 6 in his hand. There's a Faceless Haven. So let's see, we got 8, 9, we got a 10 mana. 10 mana, huh? Let's see. Let's see if Goldspan resolves, I guess. I doubt this resolves. Especially since he's drawn a whole new... Wow, that resolved. And let's take an extra turn then. Sure. Are we dead if we attack and this doesn't resolve? If Elrond's Epiphany doesn't resolve, are we dead if we attack? I think we are. Because Faceless Haven and the token is 8 damage right off the bat. So all he'll need is a Prismari command, a Goldspan Dragon. So this is tough. If Elrond's Epiphany doesn't resolve... I mean, if I don't attack, what am I doing with Goldspan? You know what I mean? We have an unsummon here. What do you got? Sure. Draws more cards. I play Blood in the Snow, then we have 1, 2, 3. If I attack, play Blood in the Snow. Destroy all creatures. Let's bring up the spider back again. Let's play the spider. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this because then I can sack these to give this guy indestructibility. And I could also block and then sack and block Goldspan Dragon. So there's a lot of things we could do here. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this. He's played double Opus is pretty bad. Triple, the double Opus and 3 Epiphanies so far against us. That's pretty bad. I don't know how we're still in this. To be fair, I have no idea how we're still in this. This is quite the miracle, if I may say so. Four, 5, 6, 7. He has possible 8 mana. Because I'm assuming, I'm assuming there's going to be a land there. So 8 mana with 7 cards. Ugh. How many more Opus does he have? Is the question. All right. Oh my gosh, he has another one. He has another Opus. This guy is too good. Let's see how he divides it, though, because I can technically outplay him here. If he only puts 1 damage on the queen, I can sack a token in response, put a counter on the queen. So let's see how he does it. Okay, so he's doing 1 here, doing that, doing that. So I can outplay him technically here, sacrifice, and it gets the counter. So now it goes up to 2. I can sack it again, since it's going to die anyways. I guess it doesn't matter if I sack it again. Resolves. Choose 1 to remove. I mean, I don't think it matters, but okay. Did he wanted to tap my guy down? Is that what he was trying to do? So that he can attack, I guess, I'm assuming. All right, let's draw a card and see what happens. There's an Outrun's Epiphany. That was a good draw. All right. That was a good draw. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not enough. 12. That's 13 damage. I only have 13 damage against him. Okay. Since we only have 13 damage, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swing at the Predator and the Gold Span, hit him for 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're just going to do that. So we're going to swing with these 2. Create a treasure. Let's get rid of whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's cast the Onyx. Make him sack this. So sack that, because I don't want to die to everything he just plays. Starts playing everything, and then we're just dead. All right. Let's see if we lose. We're at 7. They're at 5. If they would have been at 1 life less, we could have won with this. Because we could have just casted this. Actually, not 1 life left. If there were, 1 life left, because we could have attacked with these 2. Because we bring them down to 3, then we play this. Because I could have played this and casted this for 0. But instead I played my... Sure. This guy. What could you draw? Are you looking for the 4th Outrun's Epiphany? Come on. 4, 7, 8. The 4th Outrun's Epiphany would be just game. We already played against 3 of them. What another crazy game. What another crazy game. Dragonfire. Reveals the dragon. Sure. 4, 5, 6. That doesn't matter. If he even plays the dragon, it doesn't matter. I could bring back what's called and win the game. I mean, he's just technically dead what we have in play. But I could also do this to bring back Onyx. Sure. You only have 1 mana now, so that's game. Okay. So x equals 6. Oops. Bring back the Onyx. Good game, opponent. Sack. What a game, man. What a game. What a game. What a game. Play the Grixis train. Say... Is he trying to say like Satan love or something? Alright, I get to go first. We get to play cards. Is he trying to say like he loves Satan or something? So put this on black. Let's play the Twitch first. Since we don't have Deadly Dispute, and I'm not really ramping it into anything right now, there's no reason to play this. Whereas this dies, I can at least grab stuff out of the sideboard. Valky. Alright, I'm gonna attack. I don't think he's blocking. Play that. Now I want this to die so I could ramp into a Valky. Or a Tybalt, I should say. Tybalt. Tibbies. Sure. Opus. Attack only with this guy, I guess. We can block with that guy. What am I? So put this face down. Put this on red. Because we got double black. Oh, we got double black. I guess I could put this one on red. In case I need double blue. Yeah, let's put that on. Okay. That way I'll have double red, double black, double blue. I'll have all doubles for every color. We have 3, 4. This dies, it makes it 5. This dies, that makes it 6. Technically, I could cycle this to make it 7. So we could almost cast Tibbies. The Tibbs. The Tibbles. Okay. Well, now I wish I would have put that on a different color, but... Alright, what am I doing here? If I attack with both, what do I do then? Let's go to combat. Let's see what he does. Swing out with both. I'm assuming he has a Deadly Dispute now in his hand, probably. He couldn't play last turn because he played that card tapped. Do I need a double red? Do I need double red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 6. I definitely need double blue, obviously, because for this. So let's just play that out. We definitely need at least double blue. So Deadly Dispute. No Deadly Dispute. Interesting. What do you got in your hand, opponent? So I don't want to play Tybalt or Valky here because I want to play it as Tybalt. And I'm pretty close to playing it as Tybalt. I am so that was a very good draw. That was instantly great. Now he's gonna block. Interesting. All right, resolves. So I'm gonna grab environmental science, obviously. Yep. So he maybe needs a land. And I'm gonna grab obviously environmental science because I need a land. How many cards in his hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put that into my hand. Goes to 4. But if he has a removal, I only draw 2, I guess. That's not bad either. So I'm actually gonna grab teachings here because either way, I'm drawing 2 cards here. In case I need to cycle this, let's not tap retarded. All right. So I'm either drawing 3 cards here or I'm drawing 4 cards. Which one is it? I mean, 3 or 2, I should say. All right. So it was, I guess, 3 cards. He did not want to play any cards. What is my opponent like? What do you have? Environmental science, you got it. 2, 4, 5. Oh, he's playing black white. He's been missing white mana. Ah. Okay, okay. Let's see. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 6, 7. Draw makes it 8. Yeah, we could do it. I was counting to see that I don't have to. Hopefully, I don't have to discard to hand size, and I won't have to discard to hand size. Because I'll make it 8, play a land, bring it back to 7. My turn. That was a good draw. So we could play that, play that. We could play everything. So let's play this out, recast this. I could play another Deadly Dispute on it, as well as hold up this. I want to get to a churn where I can play Tibble and possibly hold up Divide by 0. That way I can protect it at least for one churn so that they can't kill it right away. 9, 10. So that would be 10 mana, and then we could do it. So I'd create a treasure, cast it for 7. Okay. I guess he's getting ready for my planeswalker. I guess opponent is getting ready for my planeswalker. Create a treasure. A Goldspan. That's actually really good too. G-Span-Reno. I can protect it with Divide by 0. And on top of that, I have 8. What is this? Soul Shatter. Okay, oops. Misstep. I win the game. Let's play some Grixis. But yes, when you go up to the next tier, I go first. Mulligan. I guess we keep this. If you go up, when you go up to the next tier, what you want to do is most likely play a best of 3. Do I bottom this? I can bottom that since I'm going to cast this regardless, most likely. This on black. When you go to the next tier, what you want to do is you want to play best of 3 match, because whether you lose or win, you won't drop from that tier. So we're playing against Bant Party. So you won't drop from that tier, so that's why it is best to, no text, to go up to the next tier, play a best of 3. We are playing against El Bant Areno Parties. I have this deck up and waiting to play as well, so he has to put it on this guy, yeah. Like, he has to put it on this guy. Goldspan Dragon. Alright. So he's gonna attack me, create a treasure, cycle, create a treasure, and then I can cast a Goldspan Dragon. But the only problem with that also, he has to put it on Aspirant again, right? Oh, as long as he doesn't attack with Aspirants, though. Okay. So if I block here, I create a treasure, cycle this, or create a treasure. So I also just cycle, create a treasure, play this. But playing a Goldspan Dragon might be better. Well, the bad part is I only have 1 Snowland so far. So I don't block that. I cycle this, play this. I might take 2. I'm gonna take 2. I'm gonna cycle this and then play the Prismari Dragon. What does this thing do? Any number of target shapeshifters you control have base power. Choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker each creature. Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. Ooh, Deadly Dispute. Sack, create a treasure, draw some cards. I can play then. I wanted to play this, but now I think I just play this. But the problem here would be, the problem here is, do I play this pre-combat to look for the land? 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we don't, unfortunately. Because I want to use it as the blocker. Yep, becomes a 4/4, sure. So as long as he doesn't have, I think it's Consecrated Defense, I believe it's called. We should be fine, because we're going to play a Blood on the Snow to wipe his board. So hopefully he doesn't have a consecrated defense. Okay, well, he's tapping out to make it look like he has consecrated defense. So, okay. Still could have a consecrated defense. I mean, he has 2 cards in his hand. I gotta go for it, right? Otherwise, I'd lose otherwise, so I have to go for it. He has a consecrated defense. That sucks, but nothing I can do about it. So pass the blockers. So let's block here. Then we're gonna sack. Let's see if there's a pause here. Nope, there's no pause. So that went instantly. So that means he has no consecrated defense in his hand, I'm assuming. Let's play that. Play Blood on the Snow. Destroy all creatures. Yep. Since there was no pause there, and then we win. Time. We're going to continue the Grixis train against Squall. I get to go first. That's a keepable hand. I have a turn 1, a turn 3, a possible 4, possible 5. This dies. We have an even quicker play. The only bad part is actually I didn't realize we didn't have blue in our hand. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Well, there's the blue. That came right on time. Like oh wow. I guess we create the treasure. I'm surprised they actually blocked though too. Manic Supersonic. That's very surprising they blocked. Acquisition Expert. Playing against the mono black discard deck, that's annoying. I don't know if I can give up a land. I don't think I can give up a land. So I'm just going to give up the Predator. Because I want to be able to cast Divide by 0 on his next play. And then cast a Goldspan Dragon right behind it. So divide this by 0. Since they're playing the discard outlet deck, I'm going to go grab Teachings. Okay, so this gives us red again. Let's cast the G-Spannerino. If Goldspan doesn't die, man, it's going to be huge with Opus. We're going to do massive stuff with Opus. Hopefully he doesn't have, what is it, the sack effect. Okay, he doesn't. What is it? The 3 mana sack makes me sack a creature or whatever. The highest power or planeswalker, whatever you want to call it. Put this on blue. Let's go to combat. Let's swing out. Create another treasure. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could technically cast this and this. Makes a 9. I don't think Onyx is dying right now. I play this and I play this. So let's see. I get to draw 3 cards and then this will be 4 cards. I refill up my hand pretty much. I don't think Onyx is dying, so let's do that. Auto pay. Because he only has 2 power on board. Let's draw 3 cards. Make him take 2. I gain 2. Since he has 4 more cards than me, we get to draw 3 cards. And let's play the Onyx and grab another card. 3 lands. Get out of here. I think I'm going to grab this because I have Opus in my hand. Because of Opus, I want this to create the treasure so I can get the mana faster. Because we have 5. This would be 6. This would be 7. The following turn, we get to play it. So either he kills Onyx or he goes after my Goldspan Dragon. So it looks like he's going after the Onyx. El Onyxarino. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 2, 4, 6. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's play the black, I guess. Go to combat, swing out. He's gonna block here, chump block there. Yep. Let's see what he grabs. His discard deck is not working out for him at the moment. I'm assuming he's gonna grab something against Goldspan, right? The Exile, the Black Exile one, the Necro, something. There it is. All right. So since he's doing that, what I could do here is could do 4 damage to this guy, create a 4/4, tap 2 of his mana, so he has to play this out. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since he's gonna try to kill this, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's put an upkeep stop here. So draw, upkeep. Let's go ahead and do 4 damage here. Tap, tap, submit, auto pay, and then force it. Since this is sorcery speed, he has to then give this up to play this, and he's tapped out. The only bad part, I guess, would of this would be Blood in the Snow, but that's why we have Divide by 0 to counteract Blood in the Snow. That's why I did the play I did, because we'll play this the following turn, hit him for 4, bring him down to 6, play this, and hold up Divide by 0 against Blood in the Snow. Okay, now you can go. We'll take the pause off. If he doesn't kill Goldspan Dragon, then we're going to hit him for 4 in the air guarantee with the Divide by 0 behind it. That should lock it up. He has to get rid of Goldspan Dragon. Yep. You got it. Still get the treasure, so that's cool. I could have technically sacked it. I should have probably just sacked it. But we drew anyways. Alright, so, okay. So, yep, that was game. This one will this is going to be the last game with this deck, and then we're going to call it quits either for the stream or we're going to try a different deck. Let's see. I could turn 1 do that, turn 3 do that. Let's see what kind of deck we're playing against. So turn 2, drop it to the Foretell Zone. Rakdos, okay. Turn 3, we got Divide by 0. Turn 4, we got the Predator. Turn 5, we have a G-Span, possibly. Don't have something giant. I said don't have something ginormous, opponent. We can still Divide by 0 that, though. So that's okay at the moment. We can divide it by 0. Force him to recast. I guess the only bad problem here would be, I mean, if he sacks it, then it's also fine. Because he loses Predator if he sacks it. Alright, so let's put that back to your hand. Let's recast El Predator. I think I gotta grab, obviously, Environmental Science here. Because I could have gone the Destroy Target Artifact card, but wow, he really wanted to play Shambling Guest. He really did, huh? Let's cast the Predator. The only bad part here is he gets to cast his Predator also. So I can't attack. So since I can't attack, actually technically I could, but it's moot, as they say. It's moot. So I'm just gonna cast the Spider instead. Because if I attack, he blocks. Yes. From a graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on it. So it's I could technically force him to sack, but then that's the thing. If I force him to sack, I could block that. Alright, let's see. I could do a combat trick here and force him to sack still. So attack. Target. He can then... Oh, he can't do anything about this, actually. Oh, he can sack and response, but Sure. You can't get it bigger though. You can make it indestructible, but you can't get it bigger. So he's gonna try and kill that, you say. So I guess we make it indestructible, right? Alright. We're both indestructible. I had to make it indestructible because he can make his guy a 4/4 also. So we're just doing this battle between each other right now. He attacks, I chump block, and it gets up to 3 counters. He could actually animate Faceless Haven also, but that's fine. He should have animated Faceless Haven, no? Resolves. So past the blockers, block. Sack it to make it indestructible. Maybe I should have waited. So it takes 2. Spider doesn't die. And then I could cast a Goldspan Dragon and get very aggressive. Because then he has to eventually kill a Goldspan Dragon. Another one? Sure. I'm at 18. So let's see. 5. Let's draw a card first. Alright. So let's play this on blue. Let's cast the Goldspan Reno. Attack with both, hit him for 9. And then next turn we play Outrun's Epiphany with the Goldspan Dragon. Possibly a Goldspan Dragon? What am I saying? Because if we play another Goldspan Dragon and we swing out with 2 of them, we should be able to do that, right? I'll cast this. Because we'll create 2 treasures. So let's see what they're going to do. And then he's probably going to... Oh, he's going to sack the treasure to create black. Okay, he's going to do that. That's fine. Same difference. Same. Different, but same. Alright, so... Spider Queen is dead. Sure. I guess the only thing... But he could protect him. So then we win the game. So if he does... even if he plays... That's fine. So both of them are swinging in, right? Actually, I can leave it. I can protect it. I can keep it alive. All right, so we're going to keep it alive. So passive blockers. Let's block here. Let's give it indestructibility. Sacking this. Gets 2 counters on it. Once again, it doesn't die. Let's create a treasure. And if he does Blood in the Snow, it won't matter. Because I hit him for 6, play Outrun's Epiphany, and attack for lethal. So, even his Blood in the Snow won't do him any good here. Because he doesn't have a flyer anyways to bring back. Oh, actually, he could bring back Predator. Blood in the Snow. As I said. Blood in the Snow. Bring back the Predator. Yep, so it doesn't matter. See? Good game, opponent.